This program was first broadcast on Canterbury's access media station, Plains FM, and was made with the assistance of New Zealand On Air. Next on Plains FM, join DJ Jordan and Thomas for your commute on the Drive Home Show every Wednesday at 4 p.m.
Kia ora, hello and welcome to Plains FM. We hope you're doing well. Good to be back in the studios. It's myself, Thomas, and we got
DJ Jordan. Welcome in for another Wednesday evening.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Apologies for last week. We weren't here due to I had some family, personal matters happened and couldn't make it into the studio. But it's glad to be back here with another live show here on the Drive Home Show. As always, we've got your latest news, events, and we hope that you and your kids are enjoying the school holidays. All the young ones are on holiday and enjoying the festive fun around our garden city. How's your week been so far, Jordan?
Yeah, it's been a really good week, actually. It's been some beautiful weather, actually. Been really enjoying the sun and a really good high pressure over us at the moment. So I'll talk a little bit about that in the weather report later on the show. So definitely it's been great.
Yeah, for myself, it's been a bit of a rocky week, but it's been pretty good. Went to Toastmasters last night and went to a show in town today, which we'll maybe talk about more. Music with Michael. It's been not too bad, and I had a few family members pass away over the last week or so, so it's been a bit tough, but I'm getting stronger and stronger, and it's good to be back. So we're going to do the events, and we're going to give you in detail events of what's happening for school holidays, give you the weather update, news, etc. So it's going to all fun-packed, and in a couple more episodes we'll be having more guests and stuff on here. As always, if you're interested in getting on our show, just get in touch with us on our Facebook page, or you can email us at drivehomeshow@hotmail.com, and we'll definitely get you on our show. So first up, we're going to do a song, and our first song is You'll Never Know by Vera Lynn.
Never know just how much I miss you. You'll never know just how much I care. And if I tried, I still couldn't hide my love for you. You ought to know, for haven't I told you so a million or more times? You went away and my heart went with you. I speak your name in my every prayer. If there is some other way to prove that I love you, I swear I don't know how. You'll never know if you don't know now. You went away and my heart went with you. I speak your name in my every prayer. If there is some other way to prove that I love you, I swear I don't know how. never know if you don't.
Thank you so much for coming to the Drive Home Show. This is Thomas, DJ Jordan on 96.9. That was Verulan. You will never know. We hope you're doing well. We hope that your commute going home is going smoothly and sound. And we hope that your kids are resting and relaxing and enjoying the holiday fun with their family and friends. Next up here on the show, we're going to give you what's on in Christchurch and surrounding areas, and some fun activities that you and your family can do this school holidays.
Find out what's on in Otatahi with the Drive Home Show.
Christchurch Attractions has partnered with the Salvation Army for a second consecutive year to collect blankets and other bedding to support vulnerable members of the local community this winter. On Friday, the 12th of July, a Christchurch tram will be stationed in Cathedral Square from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. to receive donations of blankets, duvets and comforters. In exchange for their generosity, donors will receive a complimentary adult Christchurch tram ticket valued at $40. The collected items will be distributed by the Salvation Army to those in need of extra warmth during the colder season. What do you reckon of that? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. The Salvation Army are a great cause. I worked for them for 9.5 years. We're always needing those warm gear for winter and any household items, anything you don't need anymore. Think of the Salvation Army and head to your local army, Salvation Army, and donate them today. Whether this cause in the future, always remember them, that we need your support. And next up, also in our school holiday fun lineup, we have music fun with kids and adults alike. Anybody in Christchurch is welcome to the Great Hall. Today also was a fantastic show. I went to this as well, with Music with Michael. So it's the Wednesday the 10th of July to the Thursday the 11th of July, but tomorrow, the 11th of July, Thursday the 11th of July, we have Music with Michael performing 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 2:45 p.m. at the Great Hall at the Art Centre. Tickets are $5 for the children, and caregivers or adults are $10 per person at the Great Hall. To buy tickets, head to the Art Centre website and then click on Buy Tickets and go to the website to buy your tickets and present at the door. So again, Thursday 11th of July, 10 a.m. to 10:45 and 2 p.m. to 2:45 is Music with Michael at the Art Centre. Support local, and come visit Music with Michael Bush, performing this school holidays at the Art Centre.
I saw some videos yesterday of the puppet show at the Palms. Did you go to that, Thomas?
Yes, so the puppet show is really good by Chris Lynch. Chris Lynch is doing a show there each week of the school holidays. Next week, the Tuesday, there will be another a show coming up. It's Avon and Friends with our friend Chris Lynch. The Muppet Show was a great show for all kids and their ages. So if you're interested in that, it's 11:30 a.m. show. For more details on that show, you can head to the Palms website. And also, as always, check out Chris Lynch Media website and his socials for more information on his shows. But it's a fun, captivating event for all ages, free of charge at the Christchurch. That's right, at the Palm Shopping Centre in Christchurch in Shirley. So check it out. It's really cool. It's about a half an hour show for the whole family. I recommend it. I think you will too. Family fun for everyone, and maybe afterwards you might be able to say hello to Chris Lynch himself. How cool is that? Awesome.
And also some good news as well. The library customers with adult memberships can now access holds free of charge, meaning this service now free for all members. Over the following year, the library had a 10% increase in the number of new members compared to the previous year. The number of issues 4.2%, and there was a 16% increase in people utilising the hold service. The change took effect on Monday, the start of July. You can read more in the Christchurch City Council Facebook page.
Yeah, that's really cool, and it's glad to see that it's been lifted that, especially when school holidays are now here. People want to get books out and exchange books out, so holiday makers, adults, anyone want to get a book out or two, relax with the kids. It's going to be free holds, not just for people with disabilities or community service card holders, it's for the whole network, which is pretty cool. So yeah, also on our calendar for this holidays or this festive time is a Riverside live full concert. Sit back and enjoy a jazzy vibe of music, enjoy a cheese platter and enjoy your favourite drink from the market. From the 11th of July 2024 at 6pm to 8pm at the Riverside Market 96 Oxford Terrace, Christchurch. It's $15 to booking fee. For more details on that, go to riverside.nz. But it is Luna and Nako have been playing for many years and various groups. The concerts in July at Riverside will be imitated set. So it'll be really cool. So a bit of a musical event at the Riverside. For more information, go to What's on Christchurch on the CC website, or head to the Riverside website for more details. And it's $15 for a wee concert. Pretty cool. So check it out. Again, that's tomorrow, 11th of July, 6pm to 8pm at Riverside Market, 96 Oxford Terrace, Christchurch. $15 per person.
Who went to the fireworks over the weekend? It looked like a crack of a night in New Brighton. The winter fireworks spectacular went off at the pier with a bang over the weekend. Saw some amazing videos there. It looked like there was a lot of people turned up there, and it was perfect conditions as well. So it was a fantastic winter spectacular for the Matariki celebrations, which is always so good. And I remember last year I went there. It was just unbelievable. And I saw, before I was heading past Linwood, before they or heading to Linwood, the traffic was starting to back up on Pages Road there. So it was definitely a brilliant night for everyone.
Yeah, it was definitely an event to remember last year for sure. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it this year just due to family commitments and other things that's been happening the last couple weeks for me. But I did see some of the footages that you mentioned, Jordan, on social media for some of my friends and some others in the media, and it looked fantastic. It's always a spectacular event. So if you went along to that and you want to send us photos, you're more welcome to do so on our Facebook page or email us. We're always happy to have them in there and we can share them for you. But it was great. So I really did enjoy them last year, and I presume it would have been a great one this year. But as I always say with these big events, always got to plan ahead. If it says it's going to start at 7:30, don't just leave your house at 7 o'clock to try and get there at that time. Leave early, a couple hours beforehand. Even if you're there early, you can enjoy and soak up the environment. So glad it went off with a bang, and it's a great way to start our school holidays. Isn't that right, Jordan?
Yes, absolutely. And also you probably heard as well that the Te Kaha, multi-use arena, which is the new stadium in town, has been given naming rights by One New Zealand. So One New Zealand Stadium it's now called, but the Te Kaha will remain the same for the area, but just the stadium name will be changed to One New Zealand Stadium for the next 10 years under a contract with the council. So exciting times. What do you think of the new name, One New Zealand Stadium?
I think it's a great, purposeful name. Today's standard names don't really mean anything because it's just typically the sponsors that are sponsoring these venues or places and cities around the world. But it's a great significance to us. We recognise the name Vodafone it used to be, but now One New Zealand, one of the biggest brands here in mobile telecommunications and also in broadband providers. It is a really good name to see on our stadium, and it's good to see that they are supporting it. And also, just recently, I reached out to the CEO, emailed him personally to his email address to see if he would have a few comments on our show and to see if he was willing to share a few words with us here on our show. So maybe that might happen. I'm not too sure, but we'll keep you updated. But definitely that name is really substantial, and it's good to see that we do have some big key players actually looking after us in our Garden City. See the Te Kaha name. It's good to see a good name and put it to good use. I don't know how long it's going to last for. I think it's going to be lasting for at least 3 or 4 years, the name. But it's going to be good to see One New Zealand Stadium up and running very soon with a brand new name. And hopefully soon we may be able to try and get the CEO of One New Zealand on our show, and he'll be able to talk about the stadium and other works in New Zealand about One New Zealand.
Yeah, it's really good to see that go pushing through. I thought, 10 years is actually a very, very good commitment, which in this modern age, but I'd say One New Zealand is probably a very good deal for the council, and the events company in Christchurch have pulled this through, did a really good job. And so hopefully One New Zealand will also invest in their technology to the stadium when the stadium opens in 2026 with mobile coverage, and make it the best stadium in New Zealand, the number one, they're calling it.
Yeah, it's going to be revolutionary change, and if you haven't seen it already in Christchurch CBD, just come along to the CBD and see it. If you can't get here physically, if you're out of the city, like in Dunedin or in Auckland or Wellington or somewhere else, you can't get here, try and get someone that that's in Christchurch, or getting someone local to send you a photo of the stadium. Or if you haven't seen the latest one in the paper or something, it's just revolutionary, and it's going to be great. I just can't wait to see it. It's going to be really cool. One thing I'm going to say about the stadium, it's going to be the world-class venue, and everybody in the world will want to come here. All the famous artists, maybe Taylor Swift, you name it, they'll be coming here and performing. So it's going to be multi-storied, it's going to be covered in, it's going to be great. So no more worrying, it's going to be wet today when it goes into the Crusaders match or the All Black match. No need to worry. So we're going to be outperforming Dunedin. And one thing about we got here in Christchurch that Dunedin doesn't have is we've got quite more facilities to host people in terms of hotels, motels and Airbnbs. Unfortunately in Dunedin it's a bit of a struggle. So every time you go down to Dunedin it is a bit of a struggle, because they don't have enough accommodation, and people are struggling, having to often go to Oamaru, to need a mod school, and even further afield. I remember a few of my friends have gone to concerts in recent years and shows, and they haven't been able to get any accommodation there because it's been booked up so fast. The accommodation was gone before we even booked the tickets. That's how popular the places are. So welcome along One New Zealand Stadium very soon, and once it's up and running, we'll hopefully bring you live action on what it's like and how it is for our community.
And at this stage, because of the stadium opening roughly around the end of March to start of April 2026, the projected situation that the first games that will be played at that stadium should hopefully be the Crusaders, which makes sense because this is their home city. They should have the right to play in that stadium for the first team. So I think that should be a really good welcoming for the Crusaders to have their brand new stadium open and running by then for the Super Rugby season. Yeah,
and then also touching on the stadium again, Te Kaha about about it. You can see it all on the CCC website, the Christchurch City Council website. It gives you an overview. Just recently, the council released some photos and stuff on the new on the website regarding it. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be completely covered, as we mentioned. It's going to be part of roof made of clear material called Elysiline, T-Propylene. The ETFE will let sunlight shine through to the north to support the turf grow and protecting visitors from other elements. Over the coming months, they will continue to deliver oversized components of structural steel to the site. This will be happening before 7 a.m. That's so oversized vehicles will be off the road, so you don't get disrupted on the roads. And we're expected to see 2 more oversized deliveries in a week, which is pretty cool. And as we said, it's been renamed to One New Zealand Stadium. So keep an eye out on our show. We'll be updating you more on the stadium, and maybe closer to the opening of it, or in a month or so's time, we might invite the mayor back on and give his words and wisdom on the city again, because it's always good to hear from him, and he's a big supporter of us. So yeah, good to be here.
Absolutely, and that's some of your news around our local. Some plenty going on.
Yeah, a bit of news and updates. So next up, we're going to play another song for you. We're going to be playing Tears on My Pillow by Little Anthony and the Imperials.
Oh, in my heart caused by you. Love is not a gadget. Love is not a toy. When you find the one you love, she'll fill your heart with joy. If we could start anew, I wouldn't hesitate. I'd gladly take you back and tempt the hand of fate. Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart caused by you. Oh,
Turn up the radio. DJ Jordan and Thomas are taking you home on The Drive Home Show. Every Wednesday at 4 on Plains FM.
About fell out my chair, and when you moved your mouth to speak, I felt the blood go to my feet. Now it took time for me to know what you tried so not to show. But something in my soul just cried. I see the want in your blue eyes. Baby, I'd love you to want me the way that I want you, the way that it should be. Baby, you'd love me to want you the way that I want to, if you'd only let it be. You told yourself years ago you'd never let your feelings show. The obligation that you made for the title that they gave. Baby, I'd love you to want me the way that I want you, the way that it should be. Baby, you'd love me to want you the way that I want to, if you'd only let it be. Now it took time for me to know what you tried so not to show. Something in my soul just cried. I see the want in your blue eyes. Baby, I'd love you to want me the way that I want you, the way that it should be. Baby, you'd love me to want you the way that I want to, if you only let it be. Oh, baby,
Welcome back to the Drive Home Show here on Plains FM. That was Lobo. I love you, want me. I would love to. I love you to want me. Yeah, great to be here on the Drive Home Show today. We're going to bring up some local news and things. What's going to be happening on our show? So let's do that.
Rev your engines. It's time for the news on the Drive Home Show.
In our local news today, the Drive Home Show, our show here on Plains FM, we'll be having a few exciting guests coming over the next few weeks and months. Our next guest, hopefully next week, will be ECAN Minister, talking about the buses in Christchurch. How awesome is that, Jordan?
Yeah, so we've got the General Manager, Stuart Gibbon, to come on the show for an interview next week to talk about what's happening in the Christchurch and the Canterbury as a whole and the public transport future. Some very exciting times for public transport going forward. So this is going to be a very exciting interview to have a chat with ECAN, the General Manager for public transport. So stay tuned for that for our show next week.
Yeah, and also we're going to be having Al Grego, the magician, come on in a month or so's time, and potentially we have some other guests from coming on from the 4C Centre, which is at the YMCA, the Crime Foundation now, and a few other organisations. So if you're ever interested in coming on to our show, feel free to get in touch with us on Facebook, the Drive Home Show on Plains FM, or give us an email at drivehomeshow@hotmail.com, or just contact Plains FM and visit their office in Madras Street and let them know, and we'll get the information and we'll get in contact with you. And in other news, Woolworths is reporting stock rising. Woolworths today is sharing new data of assaults in its stores, specifically up on a previous year, with team members being threatened and abused in broad daylight, particularly by repeat offenders. In the last year, it's been 925 acts of violence and aggression in Woolworths stores, up from 848 in the previous year, a 9% increase. Physical assaults have been made particularly notable, increase with a 50% jump to 329 incidents in the last 12 months compared to 219 the previous year, pleading there has been a reduction of the use of weapons for 22%. Woolworths Director of Stores in New Zealand, Jason Stockwell, said they've seen what they've seen from offenders coming to stores is unacceptable, and the new security measures are having a positive effect. More needs to be done. Woolworths has introduced a range of security and safety measures in the store as part of its $45 million 3-year investment program. These measures include team safety cams in all stores, trolley lock system, fog cannons, double entry gates, and anti-sweat shelving. Further security measures are being considered, including distress alarms for team members working in isolated locations. So again, it's been up and down in Christchurch over New Zealand, over Woolworths, as assaults have arisen over there. If you see anything suspicious at a Woolworths store or any store in general, do go up and tell the manager or a team member. Do let staff members know, because the more eyes on the person, the more they can't get away with the eyes them. I study retail, and I know it's important. The more the person's getting watched and looked at, the more likely they're going to walk out and do nothing. If they're not seen or think they're not being seen, that's when they're going to do it. So always be proactive and let team members know in the stores or around in the community if you see any suspicious activity at any Woolworths store or around New Zealand.
Woolworths stores now have those body cameras now on staff, and also they've got little remote controls. So let's say if a passenger, someone with a trolley, full of trolley, they got everything, they start trying to run out the store with it, they can press this button on this remote and it stops the brakes, the back wheels. So then they can't push it any forward. Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually. The technology is great. But how can they, though, Jordan? I know this is kind of a technical, but how would they know if that trolley there is one that needs to be stopped? I know they can physically see it, but how does the radio signal, the system know that XYZ car is going to be stopped, where some genuine person like myself could be walking out at the same time with my car and it might get stopped too? Is there a way of them preventing that, or is it just anyone out there that gets stopped at that moment of time? It's up to the staff to do that, I think.
Yeah, I presume that the system would have known that X, Y, Z last cart went past, so then that last one when I press the button will be that one. I could be wrong, but you just don't know. But no, it's a great system. It looks good. And also in Woolworths, New Zealand, Australia, then they got cameras at checkout, so you can't say, "Oh, look at this is a banana. Oh, it's $2.99 a kilo. Oh, but the kiwi fruit are 89 cents each." And you can't just say kiwi fruit and put it in there, because now they've got item detection in the security in the self-service. So if you falsely put an item in, then they'll go visual alert, and then someone has to come over from the team and visually check it. And if it's not correct, they will say you're wrong, and they'll put you to the back of the line, and we'll do whatever and amend it. But yeah, so there's a lot of security things happening in Woolworths. It definitely is changing for the better. But it's great to see that they're doing this so they can keep their productivity up and make sure no thefts are happening.
There's always improvements, and this is just the stepping stone of just setting the tone of how to minimise retail crime as best as possible. It's never easy, but it's just where they're trying to take the tone, and hopefully others will follow suit. And also, today, New Zealand pledges further $16 million to Ukraine to support them through this difficult time over there still. Prime Minister Christopher Luxon meets with the NATO leaders in Washington, D.C. This morning. Further funding for Ukraine. Haven't really seen too much what's going on in Ukraine at the moment, but it's been a long one over there.
Yeah, it has been. It's been difficult over there, and I don't wish anybody any harm, but all the things that's just been happening there has just been unfortunate. But if you can support them, then do it, which is really cool. Oh, and in other news, $10,000 reasons to smile. Oh, this is from the Star Media. $10,000 reason to smile shopping spree winner. Melissa Shredden from Star Media and Alicia Home coordinator, Melissa and her wife Relay for the first time a few weeks ago. Now they're able to go on a homeware shopping spree courtesy of a 10,000 Smith City shopping voucher at a Star Media Home and Leisure show. About 8,000 people attended the 3-day event from Friday to Saturday at Wolfbrook Arena. Melissa was at work when she found she won. It was exciting. I could not believe it. I actually went and told my boss first that I won a prize, and so it was really exciting. I got to tell all my colleagues, and then I called my wife and told her as well, and she was really excited as well. The headboard and new dishwasher are the first things Melissa and Relay had planned to purchase for our new home with the prize money. Returning for a special 25th anniversary show last weekend, the Home and Leisure show was packed with inspirational ideas, innovative ideas, as well as a program full of free seminars sponsored by Serene Paints. So that's pretty cool. That's good to see that there was a winner at the home show last week and $10,000 shopping spree at South City. What would you do with $10,000, Jordan? What homeware appliance would you buy? I definitely buy a dishwasher, a smart stove, smart fridge. What would you pick?
Yeah, I mean, you could do quite a bit with 10,000. Definitely anything smart.
Yeah, anything smart. Anything that can work with the Amazon Alexa or the Apple smart devices, something like that. As you know, Jordan, I've been blind, low vision person. Assistive technology devices, anything that's smart that can enable your life to be even better. It's awesome. So, yeah, that's great. $10,000 is a life changer, and congratulations to them. And thanks to Star Media, Star News, for that draw to them.
Yeah, and also the Reserve Bank held the official cash rate at 5.5% today, but noted economic indicators may suggest monetary policy hitting demand harder than expected. So I kind of expected that would happen. So the official cash rate will hold at that 5.5%. I don't think that would go down probably anytime soon, probably to maybe start of next year sometime. I think next year we'll see things start to come down a bit more. But I know the unemployment rate and things like that have been rising. I'd say that probably go towards 5%, no doubt soon. There's a lot of business cuts with jobs and things like that. And also we noticed that, the new free news has just recently started. What do you reckon of that?
Yeah, so as you may know, News Hub was just shut down end of last Friday, and last Saturday it was the first broadcast. So now it's going to be run by Stuff, known as stuff.co.nz. They are doing a 30-minute bulletin in the weekends. That's from 6 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And weekdays it's 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. for an hour show. The new style of broadcasting that's been presented on TV3, produced by Stuff and their team. It's not too bad actually. It's pretty good, but it's kind of what I expected. Stuff don't have the team and the willpower like One News does or News Hub did, but it's an essential report. It's simple, it's effective, it works, but it is done to a budget, and you can see by some of their backdroppers of their screens that they have in the background. It's a bit cheap. It looks a bit cheap. And one person doing the news, one person doing sport, etc. It's kind of different to what the new traditional news is like on TVNZ1, etc. But I am kind of adapting to it, and it's quite nice. But it's a very simple. So if you want a simple intake on news, and something that's 30 minutes long during the weekends, etc., then check it out. It's on TV3. You've got time tonight, so every night at 6 p.m. you better see them live. I don't think they're bad. I just think there's a cheaply run broadcasting news, but that's what is expected from these outlets, Discovery and Stuff. What do you think, Jordan? Actually, of it, I think it's a bit cheaply run, but it's still okay to me.
Yeah, it still works. At least we're getting some news on TV. But the world we're going through at the moment is the people's way of checking news these days is all online now. So, and I saw yesterday in an article, TVNZ is looking towards the future, potentially fully digital within the next decade. So that'll be interesting to see. I know they've got TVNZ Plus app, and you can watch all your TV channels and things like that on an app now. So things on TV now it is starting to change, and that's just the people's way of now with the smartphones and technology and things like that. So it's a growing movement.
Yeah, definitely. Everything's going digital. As you know, Facebook, we have our locals like The Breeze, Canterbury, More FM, Plains FM, your Chris Lynch Media, and quite other notable brands post on social media regularly to get our attention on what's been happening. And often you might get that friend and saying, "Hey, were you here last night?" And it might tag you in a comment on Facebook, and you go, "Oh, yes, I was." And instantly you get a notification on your smartwatch or your phone, and you go, "Oh, look at that. Boom, boom, boom." I don't think news is going to go out physically on TV, but it's just going to go dwindle down a wee bit, and we'll go more digital. But the news on TV will be still there for a wee bit. And also talking about news, about TVNZ itself, you might have heard of the news with our favourite friends at Shortland Street. Shortland Street are moving from 5 nights a week to 3, as cast and crew are looking ways to adapt the new show to staying true to its DNA. The drama first aired in New Zealand 32 years ago and has been seen by thousands of actors, writers and crew, talented and employed. Ongoing revenue pressures in the media industry, including at TVNZ, as future had the coming question. Last Friday it was revealed that the show will continue in 2025, moving to 3 nights a week from 5, with the NZ on air approving $3 million injection of public media funding to secure another year of the show. It came after the government said it would tweak eligibility criteria for New Zealand screen production rebate for local shows with a strong industry and culture value, like the longest running drama Shortland Street. Speaking to Breakfast and other teams, producers said that the cast and crew planned to maximise opportunity of the new schedule. He said it was thankful that the show would continue, and those involved who had been such a crime to cancel the show. Hopefully, if we go to 3 shows, maybe that independent viewers can increase, because what happens as the stories become more intense, we're getting the same amount of story but compressing it into 3 episodes, so maybe the sense of involvement becomes lightened because of that. Who knows? So yeah, so a bit of an update. Shortland Street are now going to go to 3 days as of next year I'm not too sure what days yet, but I presume it'll be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not too sure. But once we've got more information on the days and that, we'll let you know. But it's going to be definitely a change for our Christchurch and New Zealand audiences who enjoy the show. I've enjoyed the show over the years. I don't actually watch it all the time, but I watch it off and on, and I love watching it. So it's good to see it still happening here in New Zealand, and good to support local talent and people to our screens in New Zealand.
And also some big changes in terms of the way alerting in New Zealand with emergencies and things like that has changed recently. Some people may have heard of this before, but the Red Cross Hazard app stopped at the end of June. It's sad to see the Red Cross Hazard app stopping. It will leave thousands of people without a source of daily real-time alerts. It also leaves only 2 options to stay updated. So set up your own sources from the plethora that is out there. Have alert info, which they do all the heavy lifting and send real-time alerts directly to you. Alert Info are still adding new sources every month after 12 years they've been running for. Alert Info has access to 1,000 of info sources and continually looking for developing weather, road alerts, food recalls, and over 40 other subcategories. They even do useful news associated with alerts. You select the main categories you want, so whether that's public, weather, civil defence, royal, coastal and public. They even send you any alerts in the 40 plus subcategories based on what you want. Alerts are free using the emails only, but there is a big move for the text alerts these days because text is more instant, whereas getting email alerts, you're more likely to not see your email after hours and probably maybe not even get it at all, which is the way emails work. It goes through a lot of servers around the world, and sometimes it may not reach you at all, and that's the problem with emails, and probably less effective when it comes to real-time alerts. So it's definitely recommended to sign up to text alerts because you're more likely to receive that critical information. So definitely check out www.alert.info. Some really good information there. So they've been around for 12 years. Myself personally, I've been involved in Alert Info myself and seen this organisation grow. It's definitely the only one in New Zealand that has such a system like this. It's better than civil defence as a general whole thing because you actually get a lot more different alerts because they don't do roads and things like that. So if you're on the move, they only do what's mostly like weather events and earthquakes and all those actual bigger disasters. So that's the only time you will get a civil defence alert on your phone. But Alert Info is far more active, and you can often get more updates around New Zealand and your local area specifically.
Yeah, Alert Info is great, and I've got to also contest, mate, to that, Jordan. As you know, I'm an avid user of Alert, and I'm looking forward to the new developments and the new app. I've subscribed to their pay services, so that's a yearly for roading and also the weather alerts. So I get everything. I get the whole combination of things in one. And when this new app comes out, they're going to be developing as well. It's going to be great. So very fantastic work at Alert, and New Zealand owned. So if you're interested in that, check out, as always, Alert Info online.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to the app. It's been in the development for quite some time now, but there's some exciting times. Will be probably, once this app comes out, it'll be New Zealand's first. That's all I can say for now.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be great, and we'll keep you updated here, as always, on the show. And we may even interview the Alert executives and managers who run the Alert maybe sometime very soon, so how cool that will be. Next up here, we're going to go from the news, and we're going to play a song before we head into your weather. Come rain or come shine. Come rain or come shine. Ray Charles.
I'm gonna love you like no one's loved you. Come rain or come shine. come rain or come shine. I guess when you met me, it was just one of those things. But don't ever bet me, 'cause I'm gonna be true. Well, if you let me, you're gonna love me like no one's loved me, come rain or come shine. Happy together, unhappy together, and wouldn't it be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we out of the money, yeah, but I'm with you always. I'm with you rain or shine. You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me, come rain or come shine. Happy together, unhappy together, and wouldn't it be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we out of the money, yeah, I'm with you always. I'm with you rain, worship, yeah.
That was Ray Charles, and you're tuned into the Drive Home Show on Plains FM 96.9. Next up here on the show, I'm going to give you a local weather update from our good friend DJ Jordan. Take it away.
Time for the weather. Looking ahead for the rest of this week. Well, I can say it's been very lovely weather lately with lots of sunshine for once and beautiful mid-winter temperatures as well. There was one day we got over 15 degrees the other day. It was really lovely for this time of year. Today, the opposite. A bit cloudy today, a bit cooler. We've reached a high of 9 today. We're expecting a low of -1, so there'll be some light frost around. But the fog is looking to expect a return tonight as well, so do keep that in mind. But tomorrow we should see some cloudy periods, which should hopefully fine up as we head towards the afternoon. So there'll be that light winds about with a high of 12 and a low of 1. Looking ahead on Friday, cloudy, light winds and another cool day under high pressure, high of 9 and a low of 1. Saturday, we've got mostly cloudy with the odd shower. The northeasterly breezes will start in the morning. We're looking at a high of 10 and a low of 2. And just end of the week for Sunday, a few showers, but they'll be very unlikely at this point in stage under this high pressure system above us at the moment. But it'll be a fine day otherwise. More northeasterlies becoming fresh with a high of 12 and a low of 2. Mentioned about the high pressure system over New Zealand at the moment. There's been a bit of media talk about it. Very strong high pressure system for July. It's looking record for July as well. The air pressure this week, the national mean sea level pressure record for the month of July has been set, reaching 1,045 hectopascals. are a unit of atmospheric pressure commonly used in weather forecasting and meteorology. So to make it clear for people who find this a little bit technical between low pressure and high pressure, so when you hear about media and weather forecasters talking about high pressure, that often means like settled weather, sunny weather as well at times, and a lot more frosty mornings as well. So that's what we're seeing here. But with such a high pressure like this, it's definitely incredible for July. The actual New Zealand record and as an overall was set back in, I think it was 1889, which was recorded in Wellington, which was 1,046 hectopascals. So that's just one over what we just set here in July. So very close to the all-time record for New Zealand that was set in 1889. So the air pressure will continue to rise probably into tomorrow morning as well. Also, if you are those people who are photographers, love their frost, definitely head up to Twizel if you're interested, because I've issued a hoarfrost watch on my Facebook page, the Mackenzie Country Weather NZ. Check it out. I've posted up there today. So I'm the first to report it. So you hear it first. So potential hoarfrost is developing in the Mackenzie Basin at the moment. With fog has been lingering in the Mackenzie and Twizel area and the surrounding area since this morning, and it hasn't lifted at all. So the temperatures have been really struggling to reach even 1 degree today. We're expecting a low somewhere between that -5 to -7 degrees tonight. So that is perfect conditions for a potential hoarfrost. Has been a long wait to see if hoarfrost this year. Normally see it in June, but this is a good setup under a good high pressure system with this strong fog conditions. So you'll see some more posts on that Facebook page throughout maybe tonight, even into tomorrow morning. And hopefully the fog will clear as well, because we want that fog to clear and probably see some spectacular photos as well. So keep up to date with the latest on that and drive to the conditions as well. The roads will be icy. And that is your weather update, and enjoy. We're under this calm weather with no rain.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jordan, for the update there. So it's really good to be here today, and thank you everybody for joining into the Drive Home show on Plains FM. If you'd like to share any information with us or like to potentially become a guest here on our show, you can get in contact with us on Facebook at the Drive Home show on Plains FM on Facebook, or shoot us an email at drivehomeshow@hotmail.com, or alternatively get in contact with Plains FM at the studio on Madras Street here in Christchurch, and they'll be able to put you in contact with us. So again, thank you so much for your commitment and efforts today. We're going to sign out today with Devoted to You, the Everly Brothers.
Darling, you can count on me till the sun dries up the sea. Until then, I'll always be devoted to you. I'll be yours through endless time. I'll adore your charm sublime. Guess by now you know that I'm devoted to you. I'll never hurt you, I'll never lie, I'll never be untrue. I'll never give you reason to cry. I'd be unhappy if you were blue. Through the years my love will grow. Like a river it will flow. It can't die because I'm so devoted to you. I'll never hurt you, I'll never lie, I'll never be untrue. I'll never give you reason to cry. I'd be unhappy if you were blue. Through the years my love 'cause I'm so devoted to you.
Thank you for listening to the Drive Home Show on Plains FM.
With your hosts, DJ Jordan and Thomas.
You can find us on Facebook and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and find out more at plainsfm.org.nz.
See you next week at 4 p.m.